Okay, so I'll put that down here. Yeah, just
We need to do the sound check in 20 minutes.
I'm ready to go whenever you are. So you know it starts up. E flat. Wait, I'm sorry.
It's B.
E, F sharp.
Should we just play the track? My name's Gitane Demone, and I have the band currently, Gitane Demone Quartet.
My name is Richard Francis Agnew Jr., known to the musical public as Rick Agnew. I've played in every band on earth except the Beatles and the Osmonds. And my motto is, I was born, I live, I shall die.
I'm Deb Venom, and I play keyboards and a little bit of bass with the Gitane Demone Quartet.
I'm Paul Rossler, and I play keyboards for the Gitane Demone Quartet. Welcome to our Sun Ra tribute, January 6, 2018, right? Where we will play a 55-minute version of Retrospekt. I've never actually heard the original, I've only heard our version.
Gitane Demone Quartet, formed about 4 years ago at a thing for Tomato Duplanty, who was in the Screamers. Paul invited the three of us, me, Deb, and Gitane, who were a trio at the time, to come join and do a song. So we did Eva Brown, because it is a Screamer song. It felt so good, Jim, and that we continued playing, recording, and doing stuff from there.
Initially, it started to perform a song with Paul at a Screamers retrospective, and then he joined us.
goes on for 50 minutes, so I think we're good.
Nobody has to worry about anything. It's running for 53 minutes. And we're all just going to listen and entangle. That's all there is to it. Tonight is a special performance of a song which is a Sun Ra cover called Retrospekt.
It's from with the LP Nuclear War, I believe. I think the studio length is like something around 6 minutes or something, or 7. But Gitane wants to extend this into infinity, capping like probably around 40 minutes or something like that.
Please say hello to Sun Ra. It's really a pleasure.
We saw it on a video on Night Flight on a show called Night Music. It was a great show. They would feature a lot of like diverse bands like Sonic Youth and Gitane Demone Quartet, and then you had Sun Ra. Sun Ra's been around since the 50s. He's a jazz, he was jazz. He's basically jazz. But he really goes out to the very, very depths of it, you know what I mean? To the extreme, like where people just go, that's just a bunch of noise, you know? But I mean, they say that about every kind of music if they don't understand it.
Retrospekt. It's not really about memory. It's just thinking about something, future, past, present, about something that's totally impossible.
I saw him once. I saw him at Club Lingerie, and I know a little bit about him. Know a little bit of his kooky ideology.
Space is not only high, it's low. It's the bottomless pit. There's no end to it.
Far out, baby.
I do a video with the movie of Sun Ra. What's the name of the movie? Sun Ra from Another Space. It's about Sun Ra come from the space to the Earth. Super freaky movie. Then the world is going to destroy, you know, and Sun Ra can here like an Egyptian guy and come people to go to another world.
We bring them here through either isotope teleportation, transmolecularization, or better still, teleport the whole planet here through music.
Prostitutes, drugs, freaky, and Sun Ra, you know, amazing. Recommended for everybody.
So it's farewell.
The message, you know, was his whole equation.
I'm talking about equations.
About us, you know, unifying all together, like not just us, but like every part of the cosmic universe. And that's what we're trying to do by us all coming together and Gitane bringing us all together, is to start to create that one unifying harmony.
It's actually a riff, so it's, I guess, improvising off of a riff. With 50 minutes, you can do a lot with that.
The original Sun Ra version does not incorporate any vocals into it, and since I'm a vocalist, I wrote 5 verses for it, and also used my voice instrumentally as a, you know, the backing sounds as well.
It is one long riff, over and over, kind of droney. I'm hoping we get off the path a little bit, to be honest, so that just be kind of a starting point, you know, the key for everyone. I don't know keys though or anything.
I know the riff is going to start with an E note.
E note.
The rest is going to be left up to Sun Ra to bless us with his cosmic powers, you know.
This is our interpretation of the song that he played for like 6 minutes on that show. We did a 13-minute version on the new album.
One day we were at my place and we were recording, and we recorded a version of it. I thought it was really cool, and they all just forgot about it. They forgot that we had done it. But I was like into it, you know? So I was like mixing it and working on it, and I kept telling them like, dude, Retrospekt came out cool. And they're like, nah. And then finally, like, I think Gitane was at her job and she put it on and everybody's like, what is that? And so gradually it kind of had a life of its own. It had been sort of dismissed and thrown on the trash heap, but it wouldn't die.
Having a large 20-piece band is something that I've always wanted to have a performance with. And I was able to culminate enough artists through other band members, through myself, through Paul Rossler, and friends to make this happen tonight.
We're going to have a star-studded cast of guest players helping improvise. Lots of drummers and cellists and all sorts of different players, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to it.
We invited anybody and everybody to come and join us, to come and jam with us. We'll see who shows up, we'll see what happens. Either way, no matter what, it cannot be a failure. It cannot be a loss, because just the idea of the event itself is just amazing.
I'm Scott Kohler and I play stand-up bass. I was in a band called The Mechanics in 1977, and we were one of the very first Orange County punk metal bands. I've been a bass player for more than 45 years now. I'm formally trained in music, classical music, and jazz. I'm actually legally blind, so I don't teach anymore, but I did teach at one time. I have known Gitane for more than 5 years. And this answers the next question, probably. I've known Rick Agnew for more than 40 years.
I'm going to be playing wah-wah guitar with a lot of inflections and noises and stuff, as well as some nice little rhythm ditties. Last night, Gitane and I went and saw Marshall Allen, who is a 93-year-old saxophone player, still kicking ass, and he was in the Sun Ra Orchestra since the 60s. He was such an inspiration, so we got some of that Sun Ra juice in us still flowing, and it's going to be amazing.
My name's Atom, and I'm probably more in the underground music scene in LA. I'm known from the band Egress on Ergot. Sing in that and play the saxophone instrument. Tonight I'll just be doing that saxophone, the hoot wind. I've been playing the saxophone since I bought one in about 2007, and when I say play it, I use that term loosely. You know, I can make noises on it. I can play some notes.
Did you hear there's a sitar coming?
So we need a mic for that too?
I don't know. Hopefully he's like a plug-in guy, you know, with an amp.
I'm Neil, and I'm playing the sitar tonight. I've been playing it since I was 16 years old. And I just got the invite to play this gig 4 hours ago. So here we go, jazz. The sitar is an interesting instrument because, you know, in the East, when you play, it's not just a scale where it's just a set number of notes. There's a way you approach the notes. And to me, that's what Sun Ra's type of music is all about. You know, it's more than, you know, the silence between the notes and how much you play the note with your middle finger, you know, and how much you play with your life involved and how much you play in a way that really matters.
Joe Biza, I'm playing guitar. I've been living in LA all my life. Initially, I wanted to be an artist, a visual artist in the 70s. And I got involved with Jack Brewer and started a band called Saccharine Trust.
We don't need freedom. We don't want freedom.
And we were on the SST label, and we toured with Black Flag, those early tours, back when Henry first joined the band, so I did a lot of touring back then. When I started to play music in general, I wasn't really a musician. and I thought I would just try to approach music as a non-musician. So I did that kind of had that idea with music and with punk rock.
I'm Joe Berardi. I play drums, percussion, and I'll be playing sort of a stripped-down drum kit tonight for this thing because there's 2 or 3 other drummers. I've known Gitane for a long time. Back in the early 1980s, we were playing. I was in a band called the Fibonacci's. And we played a lot around town, pretty popular band. And she had a band called Pompeii 99. And we hooked up and used to play a lot of shows with Pompeii 99. So we go back to 82.
I'm ZZ. I play drums and percussion. I just feel like I have this natural cosmic connection, you know, to rhythms. So no matter what I'm playing, I can, I could get behind an organ or like get behind a bass, and it's like I can feel at least really natural flow, like a cosmic equation for playing.
I'm going to be doing a little something different tonight with our performance. And that normally I use a whole big computer setup and 2 keyboards. And tonight I'm going to be probably doing a lot more mixing of some of the other players. And I'm using this little analog synth I haven't really broke out on stage before. It's going to be a lot of experimenting and screwing around with all the knobs for me too, as much as anything else.
My name is Pablo Crespo. I play the saxophone. The reason I play the saxophone is because my brother played the saxophone, committed suicide, and he gave me his saxophone. It's the reason I have a good story, my saxophone, and why I play the saxophone. I play guitar and other instruments, but the reason I play the saxophone is both for that. And I love saxophone. I love jazz. I love all about saxophones.
Harry Cloud. I'm playing guitar tonight. Started playing when I was like 13 or something. About the time I was like 18, I started doing like tape recorder recordings and like pretty lo-fi stuff. And then I met Paul Rossler, and he sort of really brought a lot of my stuff to life. I've done several solo records with him. Some people here tonight played on my last solo record. Joe Berardi played drums, and Adam Brooks played sax on it. And actually, Rick Agnew played guitar on the last Orphan Goggles EP, which is a band I've been in here for about 4 years.
I'm Ellie Merhmand. I play trombone. I've been playing for 27 years. 28? 27. 27 years. And what else do you want to know? I'm a singer, a composer, and I also play trombone in my group Magnetized. A long time ago, Gitane and I played in a band called Shark Egg Blues. It was actually her daughter Zara was the singer, and Gitane and I kind of did different instruments. She played the rocks sometimes I played drums. She's like my music family, Gitane is.
My name is Dirty Ed, and I do the sound here at Cafe Nella since they opened 4 years ago, and I'm having a great time working here. It's a great club, and I'm having fun. I've known the owner, Dave Travis, for 20-some odd years. I went to the first Lollapalooza with him years ago.
I'm Dave Travis. I play cello, and playing cello tonight with Gitane Demone Orchestra. I also play cello in Carnage Asada. I used to play in Waco, and just assorted other bands. I got Cafe Nela in 2013. It's a distressed property that was down the hill from my house, and it came up for sale at like a really low price. Like a price low enough where I was actually able to spend my life savings and buy it. And then we just started the bar and doing shows, and we've been doing like about 4 shows a week since 2013.
Ravensmoreland play before the band, and they're going to be staying on stage for us. Bruce Moreland is going to be playing guitar. Linda LeSabra is going to be playing percussive toms. We have Michelle on bass. I'm excited for every participant.
There's always been this talk of like, well, what if we just played Retrospekt for a whole set? And I was like, that would be torture. But it's finally happening. It's finally happening, but just, I think it'll be better because we got a lot of people to play on it, you know? Like, something cool will happen.
It's a good question what the show tonight's going to be. It's just a lot of people playing, and it should be a lot of fun.
This is going to be a blast. I'm anxious, but it's going to be fun. I mean, it's just, I'm just really loose.
Looking forward to it a lot. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but that's something to look forward to.
I don't get to do a lot of improv stuff like this, and I've definitely never played with this many musicians at the same time, so it's going to be pretty magical.
A lot of preparation has gone into this, but at the end, we just have to see how it all smashes together.
Oh, by the way, Sun Ra's from Saturday.